Hello everyone. Introduction to data structure and linked list. Contents: what is data structure and types of data structure. Array, stack, queue, linked list, trees, graphs. So these are the different types of data structures. Next we see data structure operations, linked list and basic representation of linked list operations. Okay, so we will see one by one. So first, what is data structure? Data structure is the way of organizing and storing data in computer system as that it can be used efficiently. Okay, so this organization can be in form of group of data elements stored under the one name. Algorithms are used to manipulate the data structures in number of ways like searching and sorting. So why we need data structure? It depicts the logical representation of data in computer memory. It represents the logical relationship between the various data elements. It helps in efficient manipulation of stored data elements. It allows the programs to process the data in an efficient manner. So for these reasons we have to need a data structure. Okay, so let's see the data structure diagram, block diagram. Okay, so types of data structure. Here we have two types, primitive and non-primitive. So primitive data structures are integer, float, character, booleans, etc. Okay, so these are the primitive data structure data types. So non-primitive data structure means we have divided into again two parts, linear data structure and non-linear data structure. So linear data structure means we are going to store the, or we can allocate the memory in a linear manner. Okay, so these are the different data types: arrays, linked list, stack, queue. And non-linear data structures are trails and graphs. Okay, so first we see what is array. So array is a collection of similar data type elements stored in at consecutive locations in memory. Okay, so let's see the example now. So we have a array size of 7 elements. Okay, so those are array of 0, array of 1, array of 2, array of 3, array of 4, array of 5, array of 6. So these are the all index numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are the values of arrays and address. So those are the 6000, 6002, 6004, etc. These are the memory location, or we can call it as a address of that array. Okay, so it is incremented by 2 bytes because the array type is a integer. Okay, so this is about array. So next we see stack. Stack is a linear data structure that maintains elements in such a manner that elements can be inserted or deleted from one end of list. Okay, so this end is referred as the top of the stack. A stack is based on last in first out principle. Okay, so stack will be working on principle of last in first out. So whichever element we are going to insert into the stack, so that element will be deleted first. Okay, so this is the operation of stack. So we can take example of stack of books, right? So we can keep the books one by one on the top of that book. Okay, so if you want to remove the last book, you have to remove the top of the book first, then we have to remove one by one all the books, then we go to the bottom of that stack. Okay, so next we see what is queue. So queue is a linear data structure that maintains a list of elements. The elements are inserted from one end of queue called as a rear and deleted from other end of queue, call it as a front. Okay, in stack we have only one end, but in queue we have two ends. Okay, the queue will work on first in first out principle. So let's take example of people standing at movie ticket counter in a queue, right? So who will come first, he will get a first ticket, then okay, so like this the queue will be working. So in example, so first element is inserted at front, that is 10. The second element is inserted at second position, that is 20 at the time. So like this we are going to insert 4 elements here. So if you want to insert one more element, so rear will be incremented by 1. Okay, so then element will be inserted at memory location of 4. Okay, so like this, when I'm going to insert element, the rear will be incremented by 1. Okay, right? So the next, linked list. So linked list is the data structure used for storing data in form of list. Okay, multiple nodes connected to each other through pointers. Each node contains two parts. One is data and one more is next. Every time new element is to be inserted into linked list, a new node is created. So let's see the general representation of linked list is. So keep in mind a linked list. So a linked list is a collection of nodes. So what do you mean by nodes? Nodes is nothing but a one part of that node. Okay, so nodes contains two parts, that is the data and next. Okay, so every time when you're going to insert a new element, so we have to create a first node, then we have to link that node to the in your list. So this is about linked list. So next we see trees. Trees tree is a linked data structure that arranges the nodes in the form of hierarchical tree structure. Okay, the node which represents top of tree is called as a root node. Data is accessed from tree data structure through various tree traversal methods. Below figure shows the of tree. Okay, so here 9 is the root of the tree. Okay, and this is the left subtree and this is the right subtree. Okay, so this is about trees. So next we see graph. Graph is linked data structure and it contains group of vertices called nodes and group of edges, right? An edge is a pair of vertices. The edges of graph are typically associated with certain values called weights. Weights helps to compute cost of traversing the graph. Let's see the example now. So here we are having 5 nodes, right? Or we can call as 5 vertices. So these are the edges. So these edges are between the two nodes. Okay, or we can call as vertices. Okay, and these are the vertices values, right? Okay, clear? So next we see what we mean by which are the different types of data structure operations. The following operations are most frequently performed and data structure type. So traversing, searching, inserting, deleting, sorting and merging. So traversing means it is the process of accessing each record of data structure exactly once. Traversing means, for example, we use this operation in a trees and graphs. Okay, we have to visit all the nodes of the graph and we have to read the data element. Okay, searching, it is the process of identifying the location of record that contains specific key value, right? So this is about searching. Inserting, it is the process of adding new record into data structure. So if we want to insert a new element to a stack or a queue or a linked list, we are using a insert operation, right? So deleting, it is the process of removing an existing record from data structure. So if you want to delete the element from the stack or a queue, we use this delete operation. Sorting, it is the process of arranging the records of data structure in specific order, like alphabetically, ascending or descending order. So in sorting, nothing but we are arranging the elements in a ascending or descending order. So next one is merging. It is the process of combining the records of two different sorted data structure to produce a single sorted data sets. So merging means we are going to combine the two different types of data structures, right? So this is about the data structure operations. So next we see the basic representation of linked list. Linked list is a collection of data elements stored in such a manner that each element points at next element in a list, right? Whenever there is a need to add a new element to a list, a new node is created and appended at the end of the list, right? So this is the main working of the linked list. The each node contains two parts, that is info and next part, right? So as shown in the above figure, there are the info 1, right? Info 1, this is the one node, and this is the second node, and this is the, we take an info n, so that is the n number of nodes we are having in this list. Okay, and these two pointers are used to read the data elements of the linked list, or we can use for the what is the length of the list. Okay, so info contains a data element, and next contains the address of the next node, right? So because this is the next one is the pointer variable, so it contains the address of the next node, right? Clear? So this is about linked list. So next we see the operations of linked list. Insert, delete, search, print are the insert operation of the linked list. So first we see insert. The insert operation adds new element to a linked list. So the following tasks are performed while adding the new element. We have to perform some tasks. So which are those? We have to first check it out. Memory space is reserved for new node. The element is stored in info part of the new node. The new node is connected to existing node in the list. So these are the three steps. Okay, so next, depending on location where new node is to be added, there are three scenarios possible, which are inserting new element at beginning of a list, right? We can insert the element at the beginning of the list. Inserting new element at the end of the list. Inserting new element somewhere at middle of the list. So we can insert new element to the wherever we require. Okay, so this is about insert operation. Next we see delete operation. The delete operation removes an existing element from linked list. The following tasks are performed while deleting the existing element. The location of element is identified. The element value is retrieved. The link pointer of preceding node is reset, right? So these are the three steps to delete the element from the list. Depending on location where new node is to be deleted, there are three scenarios possible, which are deleting an element at beginning of a list, deleting an element from end of the list, deleting an element somewhere at middle of the list. Okay, so these are the three scenarios. Next we see search operation. The search operation helps to find element in a linked list. The following tasks are performed. Traverse the list sequentially starting from first node to first node. Return location of search node as soon as match is found. If we found the match, then we have to return the location of the element. Return search failure notification if entire list is traversed without any match. Okay, so these are the three scenarios. The next pointer helps in traversing the linked list from start till end of the list. Okay, so next operation is print. The print operation prints the or displays the linked list elements on a screen. Okay, to print elements, the linked list is traversed from start till end using next pointer, right? So next and pointer is used to points to the next node. Okay, so for this reason we are using the pointer variable there. So now we see the types of linked list. So first one we saw already, right? Single linked list. In this type, each node points at successive nodes. Thus the list can traverse only in a forward direction, right? We cannot go to the backward direction. So next single linked list type is circular. So in a circular linked list, next part of the last node, right? So next part of the last node. So this is the last node, next part, right? Okay, so here that pointer is going to point to the first node address, right? So this is the nothing but a circular linked list, because we are going to connect last node pointer to the first node pointer, right? So it allows traverse of complete list from any of the node, right? So we can move from, or we can read the data element of first node, second node, the last node, then again we can come back again, and again we can read the first node data element, second node data element, and third node element. So we can read n number of times data elements of the linked list, right? So for this reason we used to call it as a circular linked list. Clear? So next one is the double linked list. Each node of double linked list, it has three parts: info, next and previous. The info part contains the data element, while next and previous part contains the address of the next and previous node respectively, right? The main advantage of double linked list is that it allows both forward and backward traversal, right? So we can read the data element from the first node to second node, or we can read the data element from first node to second node, right? The the main advantage of double linked list is that it allows both forward and backward traversal, right? So because we have two pointers there, next and previous. So next pointer contains the address of the next node, previous node contains the address of the previous node, right? So this is about double linked list. So these are the questions appear in the exam. Thank you.